Greetings everybody and welcome to the channel. If you would, please like, subscribe, and share my content as it helps the channel grow greatly. Today we are going to be talking about the tech industry and how much it is a toxic environment, I believe. We're going to be discussing and focusing on the tech industry and if it is at a crossroads after 25 years of influencing the digital world in our lives. Is this a healthy business model and does it need to change? What we're going to be discussing is, and to explore this thought, the entire purpose behind writing this article and position is in part that the deep state of the United States, including other collective governments around the world, felt they had the right to interfere in our lives digitally through these companies within the digital space. The question is, why? I don't know. To control our lives, to control the narrative, to cover up unintended situations, or otherwise, or intended areas of the rich and powerful and elite, because that is what it would seem like. Even with the exposure and release of the Twitter files under Elon Musk, we have seen countless areas of great concern. From hiding pedos, exploitation of children on the platforms, no one doing anything law enforcement or otherwise. What does that say about not only our government agencies, but those around the world, or that of the staff and former leadership of Twitter, for example? It says that it's a very, very disgusting individuals and stuff. Not that everybody is like that, and I'm not saying that. It could have been a gold mine by agencies to track down, arrest such people, but no. They instead use a platform to allegedly go after allegedly foreign individuals, yet the real intent was the American citizens to exploit, crush their speech, or others and those around the world. As we have closed out 2022, the start of 2023, could we see more decentralized digital world? In part, that I think a lot of it has to do with the way BigTech has created this digital world in which they digitally manipulate you, the user. This is not an article about the evils of big tech. It is just a means of looking at what is coming, what has been exposed, no matter political aisle you and user of these platforms are, should be concerned because many of them hiding behind an outdated 230 protection that our Congress has granted them. Further, it should be revised and updated to protect the user and consumer alike. What has the digital world brought us, though? Restrictions on speech, all in the name of so-called hate speech, where people that don't agree with one's ideology should be a reason to shut down that person's thoughts. Perhaps more should engage in debate. Big tech has hidden for too long behind this idea that 230 grants them the ability. But what we have seen is that government has infiltrated these companies with either current or former government employees that are helping to shut down people while using the hiding behind being a private company. Yet, when the government is using you and asking you to do something, you are the arm of the government, as we have seen in the disclosures of the Twitter files. What the next step should truly be, breaking up the companies such as Facebook, MAGA, Mega, whatever the fuck it's called these days, Google, Amazon, the list goes on and on. I have no problem with them making a profit. What I have a problem with is government intervention, intentionally or willing, by the corporation as if they have no choice to do so in allowing these platforms and companies to be used in unethical and just downright immoral ways. It is why I have stated that big tech is at a crossroads. Where do they go from here? Many warn of the potential abuse and have warned about the abuse over the years. But we can't put the internet back in the bottle. It makes up a large consumer economics of the world. down to the smallest individual that uses it for being a YouTube personality, to crypto traders, to even selling items online through eBay, Amazon, or otherwise. Small businesses across the spectrum in the world, the entire situation that we could be witnessing could very well be the culmination of their own intentional successes. With the takeover of Twitter by Elon to the rise of new platforms in the social media space, it is inevitable that those once giants will find themselves no longer at the top to overinflated values when in fact they had no value in the first place. Just the illusion of it is my thoughts of it. In the history of the United States, we have gone through the rise of new industries that become powerhouses. It happens. With the turn of the century of cars, steel, other industries, they have all been corrected, just as these modern tech giants need to be corrected, as all industries do when they get too large and the government does act, or act too slowly as they always do. Their sheer number and size has become their ultimate downfall. They have even become problematic towards even innovation, in my opinion, in which they have always been or advertised themselves as being. Now, it seems like it is just stale and stagnant in many ways, but perhaps that is the part that technology has moved so fast. We are on the brink of another technological advancement, I think. Perhaps things need to slow down, but they won't, unfortunately. You have to move that technology advancement forward. Otherwise, someone else will move in to that vacuum and industry. Also, perhaps it's time for many of us to distance ourselves from tech, or at least unplug more often. The real world is far better than what is being portrayed online, or within much of the online environment. In a lot of ways, it was never a healthy environment to begin with. Remember back in the early 2000s during the tech bust? Tech stocks dived, and with it, companies that didn't survive and the ones that did invested well in the infrastructure and what we see today. What comes from today is just another alignment of sorts, just changing of the deck chairs, but also, and again, the evaluation of big tech is at the crossroads. An overinflation won at that, which never made any sense to me, a common sense individual. However, it is not doom and gloom, far from it. There is a lot of room for improvement in the tech sector. Things will change as they always do. It comes in waves, new and old ideas rise and fall, but tech will survive. It just might be a little different. I suspect we will start to see more independent, smaller niche companies rising out of the big company umbrella due to the stagnation that is big tech. I appreciate you all for listening. Take care, everybody. Peace out. Tell me what your thoughts are on this. Do you have a thought on that? Let me know down below. Take care, everybody. Bye.